How's it going, guys? Mahe with Core Team Hawaii. Today I wanted to take you around kind of a little bit of West Oahu. Have you always loved it? Have you always been a fan? Or if you're like me, I grew up nowhere near Eva Beach. I never thought of it as an option for someplace I would ever want to live. Back when I was a kid growing up on Oahu, there wasn't a lot to do in these areas, so it just never really was an option to me. But as we see all these new developments, places like DR Horton, Ho'opili, places like Kaulu by Gentry, places like Makamae, there's just a lot more homes and a lot more things to do. The town has come up, the community is kind of like thriving out here. There's a lot more new commercial things to do out here. You can surf in a wave pool on this side of the island. There's a lot more action here than there used to be. Let me know, what do you think about Eva Beach now? And could you be challenged to live here if it was never on your list before? I am in Pohaku Estates in Ho'opili. This is the newest phase, the newest construction here in the Ho'opili build. It's between Farrington Highway and the H1. It's this big stretch of land here, and we have condos, townhomes, single family standalones, and CPR style single families. Our team has one family in the Molehu complex. It's back there. Check out the video that Aiden and I did before. We walked through all of the model homes in Molehu. So Molehu right now is selling. So is Noho Papa, which is the larger single family homes. But today I want to give you guys an update on what's coming, and that's going to be townhouses, which we have not had a release of in Ho'opili in a very long time. If you've been looking for townhomes and you've been patiently or impatiently waiting for the next release, we've got two coming up here in Pohaku Estates. The first one that's going to release is called Alana. It's easy to see because it's right next to Noho Papa. So if you take a look, we're at a cool little cross point right now. This side of the street, we have Noho Papa right over here. Right behind Noho Papa towards the H1, we have Molehu, CPR, and then right there where the framing is coming up. So we are right outside of Alana behind me, the next townhome phase to come up in Ho'opili. 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. And I think kind of the coolest aspect of this one is gonna be flex spaces. So flex spaces meaning maybe you're an esthetician and you run your business from downstairs. They generally will have a separate entrance to your business in that area as well. So I'm excited to see what type of residents move in, what type of businesses open up in this area. So if you are an entrepreneur, you are a small business owner, and you're thinking about something like that, this next release in Ho'opili is going to be for you. So make sure you go to coreteamhawaii.com, fill out that contact form, let us know that you got that small business, and we'll help you get set up for their next release. Another thing to touch on with these townhomes is that some of the units, I'm not sure if all of them, because I do know that some of them will have uncovered designating parking stalls, but some of these units are going to have garage spaces. So if that's something that's important to you guys, let us know, and this is probably a good fit. Just checking them out.
You don't want to just walk into the facility?
Okay, thanks for saying hi. Yeah, but call us for real. Okay, cool. Jason and Danny. You better call me, okay? Because you said you was gonna call me, so don't make me bother you. They watch YouTube, they said, what's up? The question they had, and it's a good question, is should I have a broker? Should I have an agent when I'm working with the developer, or should I just go to the developer? It really is to your best interest to have representation for yourself. The developer works for the developer. They represent both sides. They are representing the sales office, they're representing the developer, DR Horton, and then they're helping you with the deal. Where you have an outside person, another real estate professional like myself, somebody on Core Team Hawaii, and we can be the person looking out for you and your best interest. It's no extra money out of your pocket as a buyer. This developer does pay compensation to your buyer's agents. So really there's nothing for you to lose, and there's only anything for you to gain. So if you're looking into new development, I would highly advise you contact us, your real estate professionals, coreteamhawaii.com, and let us kind of go to bat for you. I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit today, about local families considering Eva Beach. Me being a local, not from the west side, never in my life have I ever decided or desired to live in Eva Beach. It's never been something top of mind for me, but myself and a lot of clients, especially local clients who have been coming in lately, we've been kind of challenged by everything you can get on this side. So just like that family there, a lot of local people are looking more into areas like Ho'opili and Kapolei because, I mean, look at what you get. Currently, they are running a red tag special in Ho'opili. I'm not sure if it's still going to be running by the time this video comes out, but it does happen from time to time when there is inventory in their department. You get a small discount off of the sales price, but I wanted to let you guys know, Noho Papa is going to be the last release like this of single family standalone homes. It's not a zero lot line, meaning you have your own fence and your own yard all the way around. Well, it doesn't come with the fence, you got to put the fence up. This is going to be the last release of this type of home in Ho'opili for like years, maybe even 4 years. If that's the type of home you're looking for, I think there are 8 in Ohopapa today that are available, with maybe a couple more small batch releases to come. But after that, if this is the type of home you want, you're gonna have to wait like 4 years to get something like that in Ohopapa. During that whole time, they're gonna be building townhomes like Alana, which we're talking about. If you look that way, not released yet, not even advertised yet. That's Kapolei. That's gonna be another townhome here. And then the CPR homes in Molehu, where our clients are purchasing. Those are gonna be kind of the homes that you're gonna see here for the next few years. So if you're looking for this standalone, larger yard, larger parcel of land, single family home style, right now is kind of the time to do it. Now we're done in Ho'opili. Let's go check out the next spot. Another new construction releasing in the west side, Kaulu by Gentry. I have a question for you guys. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Where does Kapolei and Eva start and end? What is the delineation between Eva Beach and Kapolei? I think Ho'opili kind of messes that all up, because before this used to just be nothing. So now we're like, oh, I don't know. Or Kamakana Ali'i, the outdoor mall. Is that Kapolei or is that Eva? Zip code wise, I learned today by Googling that it is Kapolei, which to me, I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. However, Ho'opili is Eva Beach, so how can that really be Kapolei, because they're sort of in line with each other? The most confusing thing that I just learned today is Ho'opili itself, this new development here in Eva Beach, which is what we always say, Makamae of Farrington Highway, that is Eva Beach. Pohaku Estates, that's Kapolei. You guys let us know what you guys think. Is Ho'opili Kapolei? Is Ho'opili Eva Beach? What about Kamakana Ali'i? And where does it start and end to you? All right, guys, so we are now in Kaulu by Gentry, one of the 2 Gentry developments here on the west side that's currently releasing. Kaulu has single families like this, so it's CPR style. So think of this as something similar to Molehu in Ho'opili or Waioha in Koa Ridge if you're looking at a bunch of new constructions online. They are CPR style homes, meaning you have a smaller plot. You usually have like a small maintenance fee on top of your association fee. Kaulu doesn't currently have like a master association or a community overarching association. Like in Ho'opili, if you live in a Molehu, you have your maintenance fee for Molehu, and then you have that smaller all of Ho'opili association fee, that master plan association fee for the parks, landscaping and everything in all of the areas, your community center, the pool. Kaulu, since it's kind of like the first thing in this Kalai Loa area to come up, there aren't a bunch of parks or anything like that right here. So you do not currently have a master association here. You'd just be paying your maintenance. Is that airplane gonna make noise? We're pausing for airplane noise. Okay, so obviously, that might be a con for you, airplane noise. Right now, in the beginning of 2025, we have 3 families in new constructions all here on the west side. One of them here in Kaulu, one in Molehu and Ho'opili, and then one in Makamae Phase 2, also a Gentry over in Eva Beach. Let's talk a little bit about like the differences between the developments. So our clients here in Kaulu, they're purchasing something like this, a single family CPR style. Since this is all CPR style, you have no standalone homes and you are beholden to the condo docs when it comes to things like your roadways. This is a good example of something that may be a deal breaker for you as a home purchaser here in Kaulu. So when you have a single family, your CPR style, you have this kind of shorty driveway, right? You can't park on this driveway. Even if you parallel parked it sideways, you're not allowed to park on this driveway. And because we are a master plan and we have a CPR development here, you also don't have any roads to street park on. So if you have more than 2 vehicles in your family and they're not going to fit in this garage, there's not really an alternative option for parking. We go right out that way. We're on, what is that, Franklin D. Roosevelt Road. You can't street park there. For our buyers who are purchasing here in Kaulu, they did not care. They just needed those 2 designated stalls. They loved the look of the community, the location of the community, the proximity to Kapolei, which is like second city here on Oahu. Everything is right over there. We've got Costco 2 minutes away, Target, Marshalls, Ross, Ulta. We talked about this all the time. Kapolei Commons, all of that like 5 minutes from here. Not even 5-minute drive from here. You honestly could even walk it if you wanted to go over there. I mean, I'm not lugging all my Costco stuff on a walk over here, but you could if you wanted to. And there's a couple little like bars and things like that in the area too. So there really is like an element of ease of amenity and lifestyle. Like that thing that we crave in like downtown Honolulu and Kailua, Kapolei is starting to get a little bit of that too. We wanted to show you the guest parking. I do not believe you can overnight guest park, and I think you need to, or maybe you can with permission if you register your guests. Don't quote me on that. Always check with the HOA. But this is kind of it. So, and you as a resident cannot use these guest parkings just because you don't have space for your vehicles. These are for guests. Your guests are welcome here, but as residents, we cannot park in these. But if you look on these guys on the townhomes, so they've got a 1-car garage, some of them, and then they are allowed to use their driveway because that is their second tandem stall. But that's how their 2 stalls are designated. But if you're single family, you cannot. This side, Barbers Point Elementary, if you're interested in kind of what's in the area, we have Franklin D. Roosevelt, which right now is more of a main road. A lot of the like 18-wheeler big trucks that are going to Campbell Industrial, they're currently using that road. We have been told that at some time in the future, not exactly sure when, on this side, Makamae side of Kaulu, they're gonna build another roadway so that those trucks will use that instead to go through and get to Campbell Industrial. But right now, especially for the homes kind of on the perimeter of Kaulu, you may get some of that louder street noise because you have like bigger industrial vehicles kind of coming in and out this way. So that is something to be mindful of. I don't think it's too much of an issue here. I don't hear it on this side, but when I did show properties like right up against that road, then you can hear it for sure, especially with your windows open. I don't know what this plaza is called. To me, this is like the line, the delineator between like new Eva and like old Eva. So like Papipi and Bush and all of that is this way. And then this way is like Ocean Point and Hawaii and all of that newer stuff. Eva Gentry is more this way. I've never been to any of these places, but I heard like a bunch of them are good and like locally owned. My problem when I think about moving to Eva Beach is that it's like too homogenous, it's too like all American, you know, it's like all the chain stuff. Everybody loves a good Home Depot or whatever, but like I want like things that are local, you know. I don't only want to go to Outback Steakhouse or whatever, you know. I don't only want to shop at Target. Maybe I want to buy my beer for Bush from Eva Pantry. I feel like this place is probably good. Lucky Box Barbecue and Sushi. Frida's, what was that place called over there? Something restaurant.
Country Kitchen.
Country Kitchen. Bontai. Oh, Baskin Robbins, like, ignore that. We're talking about the local ones here. Like there's some cool stuff. Once more, Eva Beach kind things. Yeah, I feel like a liquor store is not legit unless get like bars on the windows. Also, like what kind of town still has liquor stores? Eva Beach apparently. Like there's not a lot of those unless you're like in Honolulu or something. Maybe they have some like specialty stuff in there. I don't know. I wouldn't think that the liquor store in Eva Beach has the best selection, but that's what we hear. Vape shop. All the contraband got to be protected. Country Kitchen. Country with a K. Country Kitchen. I don't have my glasses on, so I ignored that whole word in the middle, but country, is it country style kitchen?
Yeah, it is
country style kitchen. I mean, it smells good outside already. So I have pretty high hopes of anything that has the name country or the word country in the name. So let's check it out. First impressions. It's not even 12 o'clock on a Thursday. It's pretty busy. Did somebody draw that? Or like somebody that was allowed to draw that? So yours comes with the cornbread? Should we still get a side one or can I just have a bite of that? Mixture of transplants and locals in here. Cool atmosphere. They're playing Bob Marley. Can I do a corned beef Benedict with fruit? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the third development that's currently releasing here on the west side of Oahu is Makamae. So Makamae is another development by Gentry. Kaulu is also a Gentry development. So they have separate sales teams, similar reservation policies. So Makamae, check out our video we did when we showed you recent closings. One of them was with Kenny's client. Now, one of my 3 new construction clients right now on the west side is actually in Makamae Phase 2. Makamae is a smaller Gentry build, so it's not like Ho'opili that's gonna sprawl and sprawl forever. Their Phase 2, I think, only had 18 homes. There's only 3 or 4 left to be released. And according to the ladies at the sales office, those have had people on the wait list for them for a really long time. So really, Makamae's kind of out already because the last one that was available to grab, my clients actually just got it. If you're looking at new construction and something similar to Makamae, give us a shout out and we can help recommend other things for you since that's not really an option anymore. Phase 2 is they're all kind of like little cul-de-sacs. So they're within other Gentry builds, but they're not Makamae. So there's Makamae Phase 1, which is kind of like one section that's all Makamae, all that build. Then you go a little bit further down the road and you turn into an already existing community. And then within those communities, there are cul-de-sacs that lead to like just a couple houses on each cul-de-sac. And those cul-de-sacs are the Makamae Phase 2 homes. What's interesting about those homes is that on the outside of their cul-de-sac is Navy land. So it's not land that's gonna be developed. You're not really worried about people building up behind you. Let's talk a little bit about like the difference between the 3 developments. That's Kaulu by Gentry, Makamae by Gentry, and Ho'opili by DR Horton. I know a lot of you are in the condo or townhome price point, or that's just what's gonna work for your family. Good news, Alana and Kapolei, the new townhomes coming up in Ho'opili, will be VA approved. So if you are VA buyers, that's an option for you again. If you're interested in a Gentry home, keep in mind that Gentry Home Loans is their in-house lender. They want you to be pre-approved with them before you can make a reservation there. Developers are very strict about not letting us help you if you've already gone to them without us. So I'm going to be shameless about it. If you want us to help you, if you want us to represent you, if you want to be well represented with only your best interests at heart, contact us. Go to coreteamhawaii.com, fill out the contact form, let us know that you need help getting into a new construction, and we can go ahead and do that for you. But if you're looking at like, hey, what do I need in order to solidify one of these homes? You need to be pre-approved, so let us help you with that. We can get you connected to not only in-house lending, but also Pacific Rim Mortgage, so you can compare the rates and see who can do the best for you. You also need to have your deposit. That's $5,000, so be sure to have that liquid. Keep in mind that that amount is going to be tied up for the duration of the new build. You can either wire or send a check. For Kaulu, I believe their reservation deposit is $8,000, and then for Makamae, which like I mentioned is probably all sewn up, that's $10,000. It's a little bit different each place you go. Their policies, their requirements, even their purchase contracts, they're all a little bit different. It's not the standard Hawaii purchase contract. The developer will draft that for you and give that to you via DocuSign usually. Let us help you with that because it can be confusing. Sometimes there are multiple steps that you got to hit. Make sure there are requirements that you meet in order to even be able to get on the list. So if you have new construction on the mind, don't wait till that announcement comes out saying it's coming out. If you're like, hey, Mahe, those Alana Flex homes are looking really good to me, call me now. Those can get released any day now. Like the developer can't tell us exactly when it's going to happen, but it's going to be soon. I think even this month. And then the other build's going to start releasing shortly after that, maybe in February. So if that's something you want, you got to get in touch with us right now. When the time comes, we want to make sure we slide in there for you. Whether it's you're here on island and you can do it yourself and you can go to the sales office, we'll come with you. Or if it's like, hey, I kind of just like call off work anytime they release this like last minute announcement because we don't know about it until the day it happens. That's why we're here. That's why it's going to be to your benefit to work with us and not just go through the developer, because when those releases come out and they announce them last minute, when you're at work or your kid is at home sick or you're doing something, you're off island, we can go for you. We'll represent you. We'll go stand in line for you. So just call us.